Hey guys, this is Boo Barrington here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I'm going to try not to have any spoilers in here, but if I ever do spoil something, I'll have like spoiler text above me or something to that effect. I'm making this video because I've always thought I've had a pretty bad opinion of movies. I don't really ever dislike movies. There's like two movies off the top of my head I can think of that I dislike, and that's Ad Astra and Morbius. So when we went to this movie, I was actually really excited for it because, you know, I really enjoyed the first Doctor Strange, and I think movies that explore the multiverse are really cool. Getting into this movie, I'm really enjoying it. I think a lot of the stuff they did in it was really good. And then as we're leaving the movie, my friends seemed disappointed about it. And I didn't understand because I liked the movie, and actually, the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to re-watch the movie. Because I like the visual effects and the stuff they started to do. Do I think it's a good representation of the multiverse? No, I think as far as multiverse goes, they did it poorly. But I think the movie itself is enjoyable. I think some of the scenes are something Marvel's never done before. For instance, they had a lot of horror elements that they added, where they weren't really good horror elements, but at least they were implementing something. There were brutal death scenes, and I'm talking very brutal, like bloody. There's a point where a character's head blows off from the back. It's pretty bad, which is cool, because I like that stuff. It reminded me of The Boys, or Invincible. It reminded me of shows like that, and that really, like, I love that kind of stuff in superhero stuff, because they're superheroes. Of course they're gonna not hold back all the time. So it was really cool to see that kind of stuff added in. I do think that there was some stuff that doesn't really fit in, like the character of America. She really wasn't explored in this movie much. I feel like they tried to cram her in there as the plot point, but then didn't expand on her enough. I feel like she needed to be more of the focal point than she really was. I get it that this movie was called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but still, I feel like there should have been more about her. Yes, my main problem is that I don't see problems with the movies that other people do. Like, I really enjoyed a lot of the sequels that a lot of people didn't. Like, Spider-Man 2, I thought was good. Spider-Man 3 was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And I know that some of the acting was rough, but I still really like it. And I think that what it comes down to is people didn't guess this movie. People really liked Spider-Man No Way Home because people were able to guess what the big plot point was, and that it was the other Spider-Men are in the movie. So when you go to the movie, you're expecting to see them, and you get to see them. Whereas this, we didn't really have any expectations other than a couple of characters who did end up showing up, but their screen time was not too long. So I think that's where it comes, is people are expecting too much. And now I know that there's going to be people that are like, well, you're just a Marvel stan. I'm really not. I could care less if they make a good movie or not. It's just interesting that I enjoyed this movie and the people I was with didn't. Like, I can admit when they make bad movies. It's interesting to me that it seems that a lot of people agree that this movie was kind of eh. So I do think that it had some problems and that there could have been expanding on it, but I think that a lot of the stuff that they have going for this movie is good. I think one of the best parts of movies is if they have rewatchability aspects, meaning I can rewatch them with my mother or my brothers, and I'm still enjoying it while I watch it. It's the same reason why I like the Spider-Man movies, because I could watch them again and again, and I still have that same feeling where I want to be Spider-Man after watching them. And after leaving the movie and thinking about the movie to see whether or not I really liked it or not, I wanted to rewatch it, because I wanted to re-see those scenes in the movie, really get them into my head, because there are some stuff that visually I really enjoyed. Sure, the resolution was a bit anticlimactic, and how they handled the villain in the end is kind of weird. Like, I know this isn't going to be the end of them, but they sure shouldn't close the book like that if they are, because that would be really bad. But I do want to rewatch the movie, which in my head makes me think it's going to be it's a good movie in my head. So that's why I like it. I don't think it's a perfect movie. It's far from that. Everything Marvel makes is far from perfect. I wouldn't claim any of their movies are perfect. Again, in my head, I think my favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 3, and people are going to shit on me for that, and I understand it. But it's what I grew up watching, and I thought it was good. So, yeah, that's basically my take on it. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, stop!
Who are you? What are you wearing?
Doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I'm you from another universe. And if you make this video, the multiverse will be madness.
What?